Put around 10 on a man. Break that bitch down to the ground. 16 O's in a pound. Quarterback draw touchdown, nigga.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lump Dog, your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner, and I'm back with another video commissioner message. Week number 4 in the PPH. That's what's up. So, man, after 4 weeks, I'm 1-3. Ugh, it's awful. I'll get into my game here in a moment, but first thing I want you to do is make sure you go ahead and you hit that like and that subscribe button. Make sure that everyone knows what's going down in the PPH. Hit that bell notification so you're made aware of any new videos that get uploaded at the time that they're uploaded. Appreciate it if you help me out more than you know. Help get the league out there to the masses, knowing that they got a crazy commissioner that's doing video commissioner messages for them for over a decade. So anyway, we got to get into some important stuff this week. The whole COVID thing. So this week in the PPH, people started getting upset that we didn't have any COVID IR spots. We only have one normal IR spot that anyone can go on, but they wanted to start a specific IR spot. So there was a vote held through the text message, group text message. Nobody's serious on that text message. You can't hold, nothing has ever been held or voted on through that text message, either through getting together or on the website. And then I tried to throw in a 21st century wrinkle because of the tech guy I am. Here we'll get into the standings too. So the tech guy I am, I tried to start a video conference. I got 6 people to join, which is actually pretty impressive for PPH to be able to embrace the technology like that. But anyway, so we had split decisions, right? We had some group of people saying they didn't want to add. Some group of people said they did want to add. So since we can't seem to get a consensus, a full 8 to 9 people that want to add a COVID IR spot so you understand the rules, we're just going to leave it as is. That way I'm not changing anything up that no one was voted on back in March. And I can't get a consensus on. I threw a video commissioner message, TikTok video up, and got, again, 6 people to join. That's not the majority of the league, even though I said in the rules, not I said, but in the rules it does state any issue not planned out or written within the Constitution, it's up to me to decide. So to hopefully make everybody happy, we're going to leave it as is. That's it. We're going to only have the one IR spot. You're going to have to make some tough choices. Bye weeks come around. You got COVID problems. Those are going to be some tough choices, and everyone's going to have to just live by that. What I will do, though, and so to prevent anyone getting a cheap win where they get 0 out of a player, if a guy is, or a game is, say, delayed, right? So just say we go back to last week and Kansas City and the Patriots got delayed to Monday. We didn't know, or Tuesday. We didn't know if that game was going to play. If someone tested positive on Sunday night, maybe the game got canceled and someone, who knows, or forfeited, right? So to help prevent that so you don't get a 0, I will allow you to designate a bench guy for that player who is playing on, their game has been delayed because of a COVID problem. So, for instance, this is how it would work. Let's just take Patrick Mahomes for one problem, okay? So, Patrick Mahomes, he gets delayed. Zach went and picked up Nick Foles, right? He only had one quarterback, so obviously that would be his designated guy. So, if that game got canceled, then he would get Nick Foles points on his bench. Now, take me, for instance. I had Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I had Devontae Freeman and Zach Moss on my bench. We didn't know Zach Moss was going to play on Sunday. So prior to Sunday, I would have had to say I designate either Devontae Freeman or Zach Moss as my backup. I can't do it after they play. If you did it after, if you didn't do it, like a Thursday guy couldn't do it, right? You couldn't designate a Thursday night player because they would have already played depending on whatever the delay is. So I hope that makes sense. So that's what I'm willing to do. And the way that you're going to have to advise the commissioner is either you could text me personally if you want, just shoot me a text to who you're designated, or you could just post up on the website there in the message boards on your own and just designate that person before they play. So same thing with receivers, same thing with the tight end, same thing with the kicker. Now, if you don't have a bench guy, So say Zach doesn't pick up Nick Foles and he just has Patrick Mahomes in there, and he doesn't play Monday, that game gets canceled or forfeited, he doesn't get any points. So you have to have those backup players on your bench. You can't have them, I mean, obviously you can't have them anywhere else, but if you don't have those players, you're not going to be able to designate a free agent or something like that. They have to be on your bench. So if you're afraid, if you got 2 or 3 guys, you got a quarterback, a receiver, and a tight end or a running back going, and their game gets delayed to a Monday or Tuesday, and you want to protect yourself, you better have a quarterback, running back, and a tight end backup on your bench, and then you would have to designate if you had more than one of those positions. Okay, so I hope that's clear as mud for everyone. If you have any questions, give me a call, shoot me a text. I'll be more than happy to explain it to you. But again, to wrap it up, you're going to have to designate a player and have that player on your bench, and by texting me or posting up on the site before Monday. Okay? I think
that was really a productive segment.
I think that was a productive segment. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. All right. So anyway, that was the main point we had to do. We had to get that segment out of there. I hope everyone understands that. If you don't, I've put this on video. Just like last week, I put the Steelers-Titans problem on video of what we were going to do, and no one wanted to provide any fucking feedback until like Saturday or Friday. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Like, oh my God, I was addressing this earlier in the week, and no one said anything. So make sure you're watching. The commission's here to help school you. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway. Oh, God, talk about the most brutal loss. Fantasy gods, they are definitely telling me to
stand back and stand by.
Stand by, that's for sure, man. That's what the fantasy gods are doing to me right now. 0.36 loss to Tommy. That was rough, but I'll get into it here in a little bit more. Again, just also wanted to tell you that week 10, again, is the trading deadline. So don't say you didn't know. Week 10 is the trading deadline. I like to try to get some user participation, member participation from the league. So, man, let me know if you all want to come on the Commish Message, and we can set it up and make it happen. In this age of COVID, it will be a video conference. You ain't coming over here in person. So it's going to be video conferenced only. Pemberton, you'd be perfect for it. You're up in Tennessee. You can't come over. So give me a holler. Let's get you set up. Let's get you on the Commish Mess and get a little interview. You're 4-0, which is amazing. I can't believe it. I mean, but rookie luck in the PPH is a thing. We've had 3 rookie champions, so it is a thing. So you're not doing anything no one else has done before. It's not like you're a trailblazer. You're just walking the same path that other people have walked. As a matter of fact, as our current champ walked. I just hope you have it a little better, you hold the belt at a little higher standard than our current champ. I mean, we've gotten like 2 pictures out of him in 8 months. It's just ridiculous. There's like nothing he's doing with it but putting his nuts all over it. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and let's get into last week's games, and let's check out what happened in PPH in Week 4. All right, y'all, here we go. Here's Week 4 in the PPH. In the first game, we got Patty's Playboys taking out Just My Luck, 117.65 to 76.87. Patty's Playboys gets their first win, led by Lamar Jackson with 33.35 points, 11.6 from DK Metcalf. Man, he's been a top 5 receiver early on in the season, just tearing it up in his rookie or sophomore season here. Tyreek Hill made a big trade, traded away Deshaun Watson for Tyreek Hill. It worked out for him, man. 12.4. George Kittle, beast mode on, but still wasn't enough to get the dub. 26.1, and then 22 from the Chefs defense. Just My Luck, man. 37.47 from Josh Allen. Man, Nick Chubb going out really hurt your team, man. That really diminished your chances. And then really nothing much going on in your squad other than Rico Blankenship with 14.4 points. That's a good pickup. And what up with Ridley? You got to be a little concerned there with 0. He can't get nothing. That's a bad floor. I mean, he can get you 26 or he can get you 0. That's crazy. Anyway, Just My Luck falls to 2-2, and like I said, Patty's Playboys gets their first win, improves to 1-3. All right, in the next game, we had the Juggernauts lose to Dirty High T, 120.12 to 112.64. 4. Dirty High Tea, again, getting their first win of the week, led on their team by who other than Joe Mixon, showing up big time. 151 yards rushing, 2 rushing touchdowns, 30 yards receiving, and a receiving touchdown. 37.1 points, just blowing up right there. Big score. Then CeeDee Lamb, looks like he's the number 2 in Dallas. That looks like a pretty good pick if that he doesn't hit that rookie wall, with 20.2. And then 19 from Jared Goff. That's got to be a little concerning. That's so far his floor is 19 points. Justin Jeffries, 11.3. And then that was really about it that got him the win. Juggernauts, man. Tom Brady showing up with 51.94 points. 12.9, from Cooper Cuck, the Super Cuck. And then Randy Bullock with 18.1 takes the loss, falls to 2-2, and then Dirty High Tea again gets his first win, or they get their first win, and was improved to 1-3. All right, in the next game, we had Return to Greatness take out Holier Than Thou, 116.39 to 109.47. Holier Than Thou looks like he is, with his squad the way it is getting a little punished by the fantasy gods himself. A story within the PPH message boards here and the ATL message boards is that Holier Than Thou owner Jeff Slovak left his PPH cowboy hat, branded cowboy hat, PPH league branded cowboy hat to some slump buster in Nashville. He gave it away. So I guess the fantasy gods are really punishing him for that, making him fall to 1-3. Only 20.27 from Matt Ryan. He's really slowed down after the first couple weeks. Only 11.5 from Zeke Elliott, and I only say 11 because he's been doing so well. I mean, I guess that's his floor, and that's a pretty good floor. Mike Davis, man, what a pickup, man. You tell me Dare Parrott couldn't use this? 17.1 points in his lineup? Come on, Dare Parrott. You can't be letting these people just get these guys. It's just, you're upsetting the balance of the league. Anyway, 17.1 from Mike Davis. Man, the big 0 from Devontae Adams. Mr. Slovak, who thinks he's smarter than everyone else. He doesn't know the rules. He doesn't know that he had Damian Harris. Could have dropped him from his IR, moved Devontae Adams to his IR slot, and then picked up a scrub receiver from the Packers or Falcons or Chiefs or Patriots if he would have done it before that game. So, but he decided to keep on Damian Harris. I guess that's going to be good because he did look pretty good on Monday night. 0 from Devontae Adams, so that's pretty harsh, and getting a $20 fine because within the PPH we do have the started inactive player. You do get a $20 fine, so make sure you're checking those lineups, y'all. If you have a guy that's questionable on a Monday night, you better make sure you got a guy on your bench that you can switch out for him, because if he becomes not active, then you're getting that fine. So make sure you're planning, you're looking at your lineups, you're reading your news stories, and you're making your contingency plans like that too. So just, again, heads up. Mike Evans with 19.2, big game from him, hobbling around on one ankle. 17.7 from Mark Andrews, 13.8 from Ronald Jones, and then that was really bad, only 109.47, then Holier Than Thou, falling to 1-3. Return to Greatness, big win with Kyle Murray, 31.79 points. James Robinson, 10.7, 22 from Chris Carson. He's been beasting. And then 12 points from Devontae Parker, and then 10 from the Buccaneers D. Gets him that 116.39 win. And game was pretty exciting, man. It came down to Monday night at the last drive of the game. If Matt Ryan would have thrown a touchdown, it would have been enough for Slow to get the win. So good, exciting game. Came all the way down to the last drive of the game on Monday night. So, but wasn't enough, Slow. Sorry, bro. You're down there with me, 1-3. All right, in the next game, we had the rookie start keeping his schedule luck alive, beating the Brewdogs, 103.14 to 86.13. Russell Wilson with 33.84 points. Todd Gurley, man, he's been performing, he's been doing good. I can't believe his first round pick in the middle of the first, Todd Gurley, has worked out for him. I will say that. So good job. Good pick there, Pemberton. 13.3 from Jarvis Landry. Schultz with 13.2, but it looks like he's a little injured. He went with the double tight end set there, too, with Rob Gronkowski with 2.9. So it was one of rookie's lower scores of the year. And then 10 points for the Bills D. Brewdog's just been ravaged by injury. He lost Barkley. He loses Eckler. Jared Cook's injured. He didn't have Kenny Galladay at the beginning of the season. He came back in game 2. So you got to kind of feel for the guy. But on the other hand, he's not helping himself by not picking up anybody on the waiver wire or putting his waiver requests in. He did this week, so props to you, Dare Pair. I'm not bitching about you this week. I'm talking about the first 3 weeks. Because you're 0-4 and you were up at the top every single week. So you could have had your running back problem solved and had a pretty good, and you better start looking at your bye week problems, bro. You looks like you're going to have some bye week problems in about week 6 when all your Saints are. But anyway, Drew Brees with 25.63 points, 18.8 from Gibson. That's a great score against the Ravens D, too. Man, I would have never made that start. I would have been sweating that, but Dare Pair working out for you. His Jonas Gray. Kenny Galladay with 12.2. All the OGs know who when you make that Jonas Gray reference when you're speaking about Dare Pair. I don't think Dare Pair knows what I don't think he knows the reference. I think you'd have to tell him what that reference is. But I think all the other OGs with them football minds really know the real football minds. All right, anyway, in our next game, Dare Pair falls to 0-4. Rookie improves to 4-0. First place all by himself. Like I said, rookie luck is a thing. In our next game, we had Nashville 2021 taking out the Molly Whoppers 140.64 to 95.85. Nashville 2021 led by Dak Prescott. God damn, that guy's throwing so many freaking yards. Man, he's 450 yards in 3 straight games. Over 450, crazy. 57.14, man, just blowing up. Devin Singletary, 13.6. How does he perform once Zach Moss gets back? I don't know. Shoot me an offer, Paulie, man. I got your handcuff there. Alvin Kamara was 17.9. Amari Cooper, he gets hooked up, of course, with the combo. The combo team is working out. 22.4 and then 13.1 points. Paulie with the 140.64. Nashville 2021 improving to 3-1. Molly Wops taking the loss, falling to 3-1. Patrick Mahomes, a pedestrian, 30.75. You got when you have Dak Prescott scoring 57, you want a Mahomes type game and want a 50-point game himself, but only a 30.75 game. 17.1 from A-Rob, and then that was really about it. He missed Connor too. That was one of the games rescheduled. So hopefully he bounces back next week with a W, but takes the L, falls at 3-1. Paulie improves to 3-1. All right, in the next game, we got the 289ers getting taken out by our weekly winner, the Haters. Congratulations, Jimbo, for that weekly win. And it was increased by $60 in fines because we got people starting inactive players. And, inactive players. Yep, that's right. And then leaving people with red crosses in their IR. All right, anyway. Aaron Rodgers leads it with 46.61 points, throwing just touchdown after touchdown to the tight end. Holler at me, Jimmy, if you want that tight end. Dalvin Cook with 27.6 points, blowing up. 33.4 from Odell Beckham. Man, just turning back the clock with that kind of score. Stephon Diggs with 12.5. Again, big fat 0 in that tight end position, bruh. Holler at me if you want that combo. Anyway, gets that win, improves to 2-2, and gets the weekly on top of that. 289ers, 105.88, falls to 2-2. Joe Burrow, only 24.38 points. Look at Gordon, scored more points than your quarterback. That's usually not a good sign of your week. But Gordon with 24.8, that looks good. But how's he going to look now that the reports are that Phillip Lindsay's coming back? So I don't know. It can cut into his production a little bit. We'll see. 19.2 with Adam Thielen, and then 13 points from the Rams D. Falls at 2-2. All right, and then here we go, man. This was look at that brutal loss. I lose Mr. Sweet Spot to the basket of deplorables, 102.28 to 101.92 points. That is a 0.36 point difference. Decimal scoring has gotta die. Oh, man, that was brutal. And it came down, man. I was watching the game. It came down to the last drive. Green Bay had it. I even texted Lee. I was like, man, if Green Bay gives it up, it's Tommy's either going to get a sack or a pick from trying to force the ball at the end of the game with under a minute left. And sure enough, with like 40 seconds left, they got a sack, and he gets the win by .36 points. Anyway, biggest obviously, but Gawker was Nick Mullins. Started him, and 10.252 points. That you can point to that as a reason for that harsh loss. A harsh loss. I had Clyde Edwards-Helaire going. If he could have gotten 3 more yards. Nope. DJ Chark, 21.5. Brandon Ayuk, 11.6. Man, I had a feeling about this kid. He's been doing pretty well. That's why I felt pretty comfortable dropping A.J. Green. I think Ayuk's being a lot more productive. Look at that. Robert Tonyan, 27.8 points. Brought me back on Monday night. Made it even a game. I had no business even being in a game like this. So, yeah, that was a pretty solid pickup, but it was by mistake. The Steelers-Titans game had gotten delayed, and so I had to drop Ebron because I'd picked him up that week because Goddard got injured the week before. So picked up Ebron, had to drop him, and went with Tonyan, and it worked out. Now I have a tight end. I was thinking, I just drop him next week when he's on a bye. Nope. Got to hold on to him now and carry 2 tight ends. Anyway, the other thing that happened in that game, too, that for such a there was an interception by the Patriots D, sack interception by Mahomes. They sacked him. He fumbled, but it was in the air still, so they picked it off. Then they called him in the grab, so it was only a sack. If that would have went the other way, I would have won too. But anyway, good win. Basket of deplorables, improving to 3-1. Deshaun Watson getting you 33.8 points. Aaron Jones 17.1. Michael Gallup. Only 2.9. Will Fuller, 17.8, and then Jerick McKinnon with 15.7 points. Again, we can go back and forth about he had Kareem Hunt and Latavius Murray on his bench, so not going to help out the coaching ranking, but, is what it is, I guess. .36, hard pill to swallow, but I know it's just the fantasy gods imposing their will. I know I missed the fantasy draft, and this is my punishment. I'll take it. Do what you will on me, fantasy gods. Bring it, but I'm going to keep fighting back. I'm going to keep trying to get these dubs. I ain't trying to go quietly into the night. All right, y'all, there we go. There was week 4 in the PPH. All right, y'all, there you go. There was week 4 in PPH. Man, can you believe the loss I took? How brutal is that? How many things could have happened for me to get that win? I can't believe that. That was tough. Tough loss, but fun. I'll take the punishment. Come on, bring it on, fantasy gods. Here I am. I'm ready to take it. I've had 2 good seasons. If I have to finish dead last, I have to finish dead last. So be it. You're punishing me. Make it so. Other than that, I'll take the punishment, and we'll see how everything goes in week 5. I'm playing a pretty tough team here. Return to greatness. He's hooting and hollering, moving to 3-1. So we'll see how that goes. I think I like my chances. But then Teddy Bridgewater. It's hard to get excited for your team when he's your quarterback. So anyway, all right, y'all. Good luck, everyone, in week 5, and I'll check y'all next week. Peace.